Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Reed Tattersall with Back Nine. Hopefully, you can hear me loud and clear. And exciting announcements. So, first and foremost, this webinar is about PacLife's addition to Quote and Apply. And we are most excited about the age 50 to 69 bracket where we have no exams, and we can also guarantee no exams. And also just a little advance notice on our nationwide IUL webinar this Thursday at 10. Nationwide is our second index universal life insurance company added to Quote and Apply. Took us a while, but now you have more than just John Hancock giving you some options to show you kind of the ins and outs of how good some of these companies could be. So I'm going to get straight to it. If you have any questions, please use the GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar chat. We'll probably respond to most of those at the end. And for those that don't know what Quote and Apply is, it's a multi-carrier quoting and e-application piece of software that can live on your website. Here's an example on our demo website. Here's a example, let's say, on a credit union where they're offering it direct to consumer. Here's an example on a kind of like a consumer educational website, moneytips.com. And also we have hundreds of websites that just look just like this. So lots of agents don't have a website, don't want to bother putting Quote and Apply on their website. So we'll just set up these, we call them links or microsites, and put you in business right away. So that way you can use this tool to sell life insurance online. You can also point your client to your website. You can bookmark it in an email signature, put it on social media, send it out as an email blast, and people can apply at 2 o'clock in the morning, that type of deal. So we'll get out of these pages and we'll hop into our demo. So PacLife has been added for every Quote and Apply page. In fact, you're going to have to disable it to turn it off. So if you've used Quote and Apply before, it should be there. Note that it's being rolled out in the rest of the states now. So I'm showing you California and among other states that it's available, but it may not be available in your state just yet. It should be available in probably about 45 states by the end of this week. Okay, so let's say my name is, who should it be today? Chris Thompson. And Chris is a male. And we're gonna pick how healthy you are. So while we're on this topic, there's a lot of accelerated underwriting programs that sound great, but they're so easy to get knocked out of, especially the older ages, especially when the client has issues. So first and foremost on this program, it doesn't matter the rate class. Your client can be table 6. Obviously, they need to be able to be approved, but super preferred, table rated, it doesn't matter. So in this case, we'll say I'm healthy. And we have PacLife's nicotine and cannabis rules plugged in. They're not known as one of the most competitive companies for nicotine and cannabis. In this case, I'm just going to say never. And then also we have the height and weight guidelines plugged in. I'll note that skipping is an option. So if you don't know this, you just want to get a quote on your client, no problem. If you do know the height and weight, put it in, because each company has different guidelines. We're going to help you find the best underwriting offer and ultimately price. So I'm going to skip this. And what I'm really focused on here, we have PacLife for all ages, but what I'm really focused on here is the age 50 to 69 market. So let's say on January 2nd, 1960. That makes me 59. And we are going for $1 million a term. So PAC offers 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Unfortunately, I'm just too old for the 30. All I need to do here in Quote and Apply is just drag the slider if I want a different amount. Hey, I only want 500,000, no problem. The rates will update. I'm kind of doing the Quote and Apply 101 here, but just a reminder that there is a needs analysis calculator. So if you need help determining how much insurance you need, kind of just fill in these inputs, and then in real time, this stuff over here will update. So say I want to update it. And then also, it's more than just term with PacLife. It's also their guarantee UL. So if you're wondering how to get to GUL, guarantee UL, aka term for life, then you have two options. One, you could hover over this. It says longer coverage, which just takes you to GUL. So at age 95, 100, 120. I can go back to the term over here. And then in addition, under the permanent category, we have all of our permanent products. So accumulation IUL, final expense, GUL, guarantee UL, which is where PacLife lives. And then we have protection IUL and the current assumption UL. So I am so tempted to show you the nationwide IUL because that's an exciting thing for us, but that's not what you came here for. So I'm going to go for kind of the pinnacle sale here, right? I'm going to go for the $1 million. My client's 59, and I'm going to go for a 20-year term. So we'll hit next, and we can see that the cheapest company in this situation is Protective at about $450. We'll be $450, and for an extra $3.61, I can upgrade from Protective to Pacific Life and skip the exam. So what is that? For less than 1% more, I can skip the exam on my 59-year-old client who, time is money, this is important. So I can also see PacLife down here. They are the second best. We'll have all the other companies down here. I'm just going to use this convenient button here to skip exam. And how does this look? I think it looks pretty good. So Pacific Life, established in 1868. You have an A+ insurance company. I'm looking at a 20-year term for $1 million, and they are the second most competitive company out of all the companies that we have on Quote and Apply, which isn't everyone, but it's a lot. And the key with the no exam is you need to have seen the doctor and completed blood work in the last 18 months to skip the exam. And what I really like about this is that they're going to guarantee no exam. We've had a ton of cases with, we'll just say, other insurance companies where your client gets knocked out and you set the expectation for no exam, and then ultimately they don't get it and they have to do an exam. In addition, they already did a phone interview, and then cases drag on. Sometimes they don't happen. So we've been rescuing some of those cases where an exam was required and have pivoted them to PacLife. So just to reiterate here, all you need to do is be ages 50 to 69. So age 40 is not going to work. It's a little ironic, right? Most of the accelerated underwriting programs are for the younger ages. This one's just for the older age. And you need $1 million or less of total coverage with PacLife. Not total coverage in general, just total with PacLife. So assuming I don't have a policy with PacLife, I can get $1 million. And I need to have seen the doctor and done labs in the last 18 months. I can save a little bit of money here if I go annual billing. Let's try that. Okay, so it's going to be $5,300 a year. Conversion, they have a great conversion product. So it's the level term. In this case, it's 20 years up to age 70. So if I'm 59, I can convert to age 70. Industry-wise, that's basically as good as it gets. In addition, you can convert to a guarantee UL product. So, in terms of conversion, this is, like a top tier conversion option. Last but definitely not least on this page is PacLife has e-delivery. So e-delivery shaves maybe 10 days off the average case, and also just saves everyone some work, our office, you as the agent. Of course, if you want, we can do paper delivery, but if you're into saving time, e-delivery. So from here, when I'm ready to apply, pretty simple, apply in minutes. And let's say my name is, or my email is that, plug in my phone number, plug in my home address. So there's lots of different ways that you can complete the application process. If I'm an agent and I know this information, my suggestion would be just do it. don't put your client in charge of this. Take control and do this. If, for example, hey, I only knew this part and I reached the employer section and I just don't know who he or she works for. One option for you is to hit this invite. It will give you this unique URL. Just say copy and close, it'll copy it. And then I can email that link to my client and then they can finish it. So if it were me, I would call the client up and ask them these questions over the phone and just key in the information. But if you have a client that kind of wants to do it themselves, or you have to play your cards in some certain way, you can always give them the link for them to finish up. So I'm going to continue the application here. We'll support all policy ownership types. So will the insured own the policy? Yes. Let's make this simple. But if you want to do a buy-sell, key man, trust-owned case, sister, brother, mother wants to own the policy, no problem. And then Chris, which is my name, please add at least one contingent beneficiary. So we're going to call this Heather Thompson. We'll say it's a wife. And we're good there. I'm going to skip the optional contingent beneficiary. And we'll make up some income for this client. At every point that I hit next, this is all saved. So if I lose my spot, no problem. If I exit out of this page, you as the agent will email the link. You can also log into your boss account and view everything online. And then quote and apply here doesn't time out, so pretty flexible. All right, almost done. So we do support existing insurance, replacing insurance. Just to show you the full experience, we'll say I am replacing a principal policy for $500,000. We'll say it's active being replaced, 01/02/2010. No, say end of term. So I didn't enter in height and weight when I initially got a quote, so this is empty. Now when I put in my height and weight, I will get the upper and lower bound. If we talk about underwriting at PacLife, for those of you that have been in the business long enough, it is essentially X Genworth. So PacLife took over, I'm estimating here, around 300 Genworth employees, their software, their systems, I think even their building. So Genworth is efficient. They are good on the height and weight chart. Compensation's good, among other things. Overall, great company to deal with. Note that this PacLife is different than the PacLife in Orange County. Pacific Life Lynchburg, which is kind of what this PacLife is known as. Separate underwriters, separate systems, ultimately same insurance company, but Pacific Life Lynchburg is going to be offering their protection products. Term, GUL. The Pacific Life out of Orange County is much more their accumulation products, think their IUL. And we have access to both companies. Now this is the other part to really expedite your cases. So would you like to speed up underwriting by providing your electronic health records? What is this? So this is a link to Back9's instant APS process. So remember, the way that we get no exam is client has completed an exam in the last 18 months and done labs. Well, the carrier is going to confirm that via a phone interview and also reviewing your client's medical records. So plan on your client's medical records being required. If you want to be a fantastic agent and you want to get cases done quickly, hit yes to this. So it's going to bring up this modal. I'll click get started. And this is a chance for you to find your client's medical facility. Let's say that they're a part of Kaiser, right, which used to take a long time. All they need to do now is enter in their username and password. If they don't know the username and password, here are links. If they need to create their Kaiser account or their UCLA account or whatever it is, there's links to do that. And after you successfully authenticate, we'll have these medical records about 2 minutes later. So, you know, I mean, we can get $1 million age 50 to 69 cases, 5, 8, $3,000 cases done in 10 days. So I'm going to cancel out of that. I got a couple questions. I'll just kind of skim through these. No. If I answer yes, I'll have sub questions. I can add payment information. All I really need to do here is enter in routing and account. We'll validate that account, make sure it belongs to your client. We will make sure that account is open, just using the routing and account number. I'll say no to this and then continue. Now, typically at this point, we take the user to the exam step where they can see the real-time availability based off their zip code to schedule that examiner to come to their house. But we have no exam, kind of the purpose of this whole webinar. So we have the opportunity to sign now as insured or sign via email. So if I have a client and I did this myself and he's in his office doing his own thing, I'm gonna hit sign via email. Chris, being my client, is going to get an email directly from DocuSign. In the event that Chris is with me, maybe he's in my office, I'm in his office, I turn the laptop around, we're doing a Zoom meeting, Chris is doing this himself, I can hit sign now as insured. And at this point, it is bundling the PDF. There we go. So I'm going to consent to using DocuSign. Continue. And this is the fully completed application. I just entered in all the information digitally, and then there it goes onto the carrier and state application forms. I have a chance to review it. I'm just going to hit the convenient tabs. And I could, you know, do fancy things here, but I'm just going to adopt and sign. Sign, sign, finish. Ta-da! So at this point, the agent will receive their application for the agent to e-sign, and then once all parties e-sign, this case will go to Pacific Life. What happens next? What happens next is Pacific Life on this is called their smooth sailing underwriting. They do need to have a phone call, and they're going to use the phone call. They're going to look up the client's kind of background information, their motor vehicle report, their RX check. They're going to review that APS, and using that information, they're going to make an offer. What I can tell you you're not going to get is, hey, sorry, your client doesn't qualify for accelerated underwriting. We need to schedule an exam. Only way that we're going to get that is if somebody didn't follow the instructions. Your client is not age 50 to 69. You're trying to get more than $1 million of coverage with PacLife, or they haven't done an exam or like a physical with their doctor in 18 months with labs. So that really is the process. There are a couple links that I'm going to leave you with. So we have a blog. It's coming along. So it's this news.back99s.com. So here is one of the most recent articles, PacLife added to quote and apply. And we have some convenient links here. Most of the stuff you can find in a quick Google search anyway. But here's some of the highlights. Also remember, it's not available in New York. But they have this smooth sail underwriting website. And some unique things here are, it's an overview brochure, which I actually already have pulled up. Kind of just reviews PacLife, the program, and hopefully all the points that I already talked about. In addition, there is more of a detailed FAQ. So if you need the answers to, hey, what hours are is the call service open for, etc., all that is there. One other cool thing that they have on this website is email drip campaigns. So this is all free for you to use. So choose your email template, right? Email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 of them. You can upload a logo, you can name, company, phone, email, etc. And then, ta-da, it'll generate your HTML. You can send yourself an email, and among other things. So if you're looking for email blast content to send out to your clients, this is a great option. And the no exam options are always a bit catchy for anyone reading them. So that's it. If anybody has any questions, I will hang out for another couple minutes, but in general, it's business as usual. Just for this age bracket, 50 to 69, truly a great option. I won't go too much into commissions. You can check those in Boss, but commissions for PacLife are also really good. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, GUL, protection type products. So if anybody has any questions, please ask them. Okay, no questions. Okay. All right, well, if some questions come to mind, just ask them. If anyone is still interested, and if you guys want a little teaser into Thursday, I would love to start showing some people our nationwide IUL on quote and apply. So got a sample client. Let's pick a female this time. And let's say she's standard plus, non-smoker. I'm going to skip the height and weight, and we'll say January 4th, 1980. And I'm going to go under permanent. We're going to go under accumulation IUL. Nationwide has accumulation IUL. They have, of course, guarantee UL, and then they do have a protection style IUL. We only have their accumulation IUL product at the moment. We expect, unfortunately, probably Q1 before we'll have the protection and guarantee UL for Nationwide on here. So because this is an accumulation design sale, how much do you want to contribute each month? So let's say I want to put in, say $600 a month. So just with a few inputs, we're going to have rates from, of course, John Hancock, but now we're also going to have those from Nationwide. We're also going to have those from Nationwide. No, it works. I promise it will come up. I think it will come up. There it goes. So here's our case. My contribution of $600 per month for 10 years. This is our default design.